This is David Lieberhart broadcast. Well, thank you all for watching me. I'm recording on my original Apple used tablet I bought for $200. I got it used from a pawn shop, an Apple. How old is this Grandma Apple?
Well, you're actually recording on my computer. I'm using your computer to try to add your music onto it.
Oh, okay. Well, here's I got a used computer. The landlady says I have too much in my apartment, so I filled up the dumpster 3 different times with LA Weekly, Los Angeles Times, and old things I don't need. I gave away a lot of canned food to the Salvation Army and PATH that feeds people. And then I gave away a lot of clothes to the Salvation Army. I just got mountains and mountains more stuff to get rid of. Anyway, it's a lot of work. I moved everything to the hallway and sprayed my kitchen, and I moved everything to the hallway and sprayed my closet. And now I got like 15 empty boxes packing away stuff that I don't need to take to storage. I would like you all to pray that I can overcome being a hoarder. It's worse than pornography, collecting things. It is a terrible thing. Everybody needs discipline. Mary Baker Eddy, that founded Christian Science, says, you ask sin to be forgiven when it's not forsaken, and you ask the myth without punishment, sin would multiply. And this junk has been multiplying too much. I have to get rid of it. If I like someone out there that'd be happy to help me move my stuff to storage, I'll tell you what I'll give you in return. You help me move my stuff to storage, I'll give you a free autographed picture. I'll give you my old Christian and Hymns and Praise album that doesn't sell on the internet. Anyway, we can go out to eat. I can't take a lot of sugar anymore. Anyway, my food stamps got cut back to $50, so I have to eat like a bunny rabbit and get. So I have a recipe I made, and I'm going to be coming out with a book. I'm coming out with a book called the vegetarian recipes of the great David Lieberhart. My vegetarian spaghetti. You don't use any meat or sausage. You use beans instead. You use navy beans and black beans. You cut up garlic and onions and raganoff with tomato sauce. And you put in another thing that's crunchy. You put in zucchini squash. And that's in place of, and beans in place of, and then you use a vegan cheese on it, and you can use it as a pasta for spaghetti and spaghetti. I had my original breakfast pizza stolen from me, so I'm making a new version of my pizza using a vegan pizza, using spinach, vegan cheese, garlic and onion chopped up in it, and celery and beans in the place of meat, and that's my vegan pizza. Then I have I didn't know that kombucha has alcohol in it. And being raised in the Christian Science faith, I'm not supposed to drink coffee or tea or beer. And as Yogi Bear would say, I made a boo-boo. I've been drinking kombucha. Well, singing at the music center, I met one girl that's interested in dating me. She's part Asian and Caucasian, and she's a bartender there. And I like you to send out positive vibrations that she will think about dating me. She did give me her phone number. I called her once. She didn't call me back. But it's a start because I haven't dated or been with anybody since 1994. I've been trying Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and black and white dating, and dating women police officers. And I haven't heard from anybody. But one of these days I have my fish out in the lake. I'm looking to hook a woman, and I will. I will. I will. Anyway, it's gloomy doomy in Los Angeles. The jolly old British have all come to Santa Monica Pier, 3rd Street Promenade. Music Center Hollywood Bowl would like Paul Revere would say, the British are coming, the British are coming. And they don't buy any of my artwork. They don't tribute anything to me when I sing and do music at the Music Center or at the Hollywood Bowl. He says, we're not going to give you they call money shillings, this English guys. I'm not going to give you not even a half of a penny of a shilling. I mean, you would think these British people, I went to Britain and I went to Australia and I bought lots of stuff from the British, but they don't want to buy one cartoon drawing for me on the Santa Monica Pier. They said one guy told me, you can paint my British English. I'm not buying anything for you, and I'm not even going to give you a half of a shilling right in front of their kids. I used to love the English. I used to just think they're super talented, but they really broke my heart the way they have been treating me at the Santa Monica Pier. I mean, days go by, and all I say, one guy says to me, I wouldn't have the worstest English cheating to buy one drawing from you. And they're just so mean, green, lean. You would think all these British, they're coming over from England and Australia. You would think they're related to Ebenezer Scrooge's descendants. They are selfish. They're extremely selfish. They are deeply selfish. They don't care about the poor and needy. They don't even care about the undead and the veterans. They never buy anything from me. They're arrogant and cold. I might as well meet them at the North Pole. That really breaks my heart that they don't care about me. The British don't care about me. I still am in love with Angelique from Dark Shadows, who's English. I'm still in love with Maggie Evans from London, England. She was on my favorite show I grew up with in the 60s, went all the way to the 70s, Dark Shadows. The original series of Dark Shadows, as the jolly old English would say, was smashing. It was great. I'm a big fan of Dark Shadows. And still my favorite woman is Maggie Evans. Man, take a bite out of crime. I can see why Barnabas Collins always took a bite out of Maggie Evans. She was such a hot girl. And then back then, when I was growing up in the 70s and the 60s, women were wearing miniskirts. Man, they were like a naked sandwich. You saw everything. You saw some of them didn't even wear bloomers. Some of them didn't even wear titties for their mountains on their breasts. They let it all hang out. And you look at these, Maggie Evans, when she was on Dark Shadows, she wore the miniskirt that you saw all her dessert. You saw all her beautiful titties and her beautiful China vagina. She was a beautiful white rose. And I must say, I got to give you English credit. You do have smashing, beautiful women. But anyway, I have to forgive the English for not buying my portraits. I've been at the Santa Monica Pier, and days have gone by that I haven't made a penny. Thursday, I only had one customer, a lady from India with her daughter, bought a drawing for herself and her And other than that, the English were just as selfish as Ebenezer Scrooge. I might as well have been selling dynamite the way they ignored me. And then they took, when I was selling, I have to pay a lot of money for a business permit. I need you tours to stop doing this. They will stand right in front of me selling my artwork or doing my music. And I said, can't you take the pictures somewhere else? No, I have no respect for a jolly old black man. I'm going to take a picture right here in front of you. And I told this lady very nicely, I have to pay a lot of shillings for a permit. The Santa Monica Pier, 3rd Street Promenade, they're not cheap for a county license. But no, they play like I don't exist. They'll take pictures right in front of me doing music and portraits and never give me a penny. And one jolly old English guy says, well, you can't say I'm prejudiced. I'm going to give this Japanese guy the money instead of you and buy his Chinese artwork of my name. I'm not going to give you a shilling of a penny. And he says, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge's great-great-grandson. And he's taught me one thing, to be selfish as an Englishman and a Britishman. Oh, it's just, I have to, God give me the strength to forgive all the selfish British that haven't given me any money for my portraits, for my music, and have stood in front of me taking pictures of me and playing like I'm the wall to them. It has been ice cold. I mean, God give me the heart as a Christian to forgive. It is really upsetting. I didn't know I was supposed to. I haven't been to church in 8 months. I've been reading my Christian Science Bible lesson at home. Nick Gibbs exploded in my face because I did one of my original hymn arrangements. He wants me to only do things that are published through the Christian Science Publishing Society, and I wanted to do my original version of A Grateful Heart, and it kind of like got me fired. So I've been reading my Christian Science Bible lesson at home. And I've been meditating at home, praying for prosperity, praying for a wife, a girlfriend, a job, and reading my weekly Bible lesson. This week's lesson is Adam and the Fallen Man, and I've got to know that I'm not a fallen man. Mark and Runis, Doris Day's Christian Science teacher, wrote a poem that I've been working with, called I Cannot Fail, I Cannot Fall. My Heavenly Father watches over all. Man is no fallen angel from above. He lives and moves within the world of love. I cannot wander from a starless night, for God protects me in eternal might. Within God's arms my heart can feel no harm. I cannot fail, I cannot fall. When times of strife and every joy and unfairness has come in my life, arise in strength and face the coming dawn. The hand of God will gently lead me on. I will rejoice because I understand that man has never left his native hand. Within God's arms my heart can feel no harm. I cannot fail, I cannot fall. Mark and Brunis was a Christian Science teacher and practitioner. He was a member of the Beverly Hills Christian Science Church, and he wrote outstanding, great poems. And that was one of my favorite poems he wrote. Were you able to get
Sounding great. You can keep going if you want.
Okay, so I want you all to send out. I got some good news for you all. Some great news for you. Great news for you. I'm going to be touring for the month of August and for the month of September, so I can get out of Los Angeles. You know, I used to look forward to going out and being a buster, a street musician at the Santa Monica Pier, at La Brea Tar Pits, but the jolly old British resisted me so bad that I haven't made any money. So I'm going to look forward to touring. I'm going to be touring with a very talented guy. You know him, and what is his name? Oh, he is. I did back up his vocals and back up his album.
Mo Troper.
Mo Troper. It's a very talented Jewish performer. He is super talented, and guess what? I'm going to be touring with him, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going to tell you where we're going to be touring. First, we're going to start. I don't know if Jonah's put it up yet. You go to artbylibahart.com, and I'm going to be touring in August. I'm going to be touring August the 5th in Los Angeles, August the 6th in San Diego. I'm going to be touring in Palm Springs on August the 7th. I don't know where. Jonah didn't give me the places where I'm touring, but you can look it up on the internet. I'll be on August the 8th. I'm going to be in Santa Cruz, California. I'll be in San Francisco. I'll be in Sacramento on August the 10th. And on August the 11th, I'll be at Arcade, California. And on August the 12th, I'll be in Midford, Oregon. And August the 13th, I have off. And on August the 14th, I'll be in Eugene, Oregon. And then on August the 16th, I'll be in Portland, Oregon. On August the 17th, I'll be in Olympia, Washington. And then on August the 18th, I'll be in Seattle, Washington. And on August the 19th, I'll be in Birmingham, Washington. And then on August the 20th, I'll be in, Spokane, Washington. So I hope to see you there. I'd like you all to do me a favor. Even though I haven't made any money from CCLI or GIA Publishing Company, which is one licensing, I like you to drive me around to eat out or take me to a hobby shop, but I'm not going to buy any more Railroad magazines. I had to give away so many of my Railroad magazines. The ones that were outdated, I had to throw in the garbage. I mean, I filled up the dumpster in my apartment complex about 8 times with old LA Times, old LA weeklies. Anyway, I want to tell you some good. I'd like you to come out as fans. Since the jolly old English are so selfish, like Eve Evanita Scrooge, I would like my fans to come out and show up the selfish British that don't want to give me a shilling of a penny. I would like you to come and buy my portrait sketches from me or hear my music. I'm going to be at the Hollywood Bowl as a street musician and the Music Center. You can look up, let me give you the dates for that. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Jonah. This episode is really long, so I'm breaking it up into 2 or maybe even 3 episodes. But I just want to let you know, as David mentioned, the August tour dates as well as September and October's dates are up at artbylibahart.com. That's also where you can find the Kickstarter fundraiser for David's comic book, Heartman. It's a big collaboration project between 46 different artists. Every page is illustrated by a different artist, including David himself. It's really cool, so please go check that out and order your copy. And I'll have another episode up next week. Salome.